Hey everyone, so today is a requested video, so we'll be doing a comparison with the Moterm planners and the Pression planners. So for Pressions, I only have pocket size planners. For the Moterms, I have one A6 and all of them is all pocket size, which is my main size is pocket size or A7 pocket planners. First, I'm going to talk about the colors I currently have from Moterm and then Pressions. So I'm pretty neutral color in planners. So I have the CROC in Pocket Luxe, which is black, and then this is also the CROC version in Pocket Luxe. Which one? This one is not remember, but I think it's the beige color one, which is not like that beigey. And then I have the A7, which is the normal A7 size, pocket size. And this is in the cream CROC, I think. But I did do acetone on both, acetone or nail polish. I used nail polish to remove the colorings that they had the extra shading, as you can see right here. And then we have cream CROC, and then we just have the white. These are the 4 pocket planners I have from Moterm. And then now we have the Pression ones. I have the silver, which is the A7 size. And then we have 2 different kind of planners. The snap. This is the Moroccan clay, and then this is the snow white. I'm not really sure, but this is the white one. So these are the planners I'm going to compare with. I'm just going to choose one out of each color to compare. The white from the Moterm and also the white from the Pression to compare. Then I will compare the smaller sizes, which is the pocket or A7, because this one is a Pocket Luxe, so in 30mm rings, so it will fit. So it will fit Pocket Plus and pocket size inserts. Same goes to the Pression. So first I'll do the comparison of how it looks, the outside, the rings, the snap, closure, and etc. What I love about both planners is that they have the square corners. I'm in love with the square corners a lot. And the thick strap is one of my favorite things too, for sure. And you can see the strap is different from Pression and the Moterm. So the Pression strap is thicker, which I do like a lot, but the strap on Moterm is longer. And this is installed inside the in between the planner, whereas the Moterm is outside the planner. I don't really care outside or inside, but I think it looks better on the outside than having this thickness like that or opening, whereas this one is just one thing and then the outside is that. So I do prefer the Moterm strap configuration more than how it looks on the Pression, but I could care less. What I don't really like about the Pression is the buttonholes. I like the buttonholes on the Moterm better because, as you can see, it's not that much indent, but you can see the indent if you put on the first button, and then the second button does touch the planner. But that's a more a preference kind of thing, that if you don't care for it, then that's fine, but I kind of don't care and care at the same time, so I could care less if it does have it or not. But whereas the Moterm has 2 buttons and then 1 button here. So even when you do the first one, it'll still block the other buttons. So either way, it is still a good design for this strap. And I do like how you can't really see the buttons, whereas you can see the button in the Pression one. Whereas Moterm, you can't see the button at all, the indent, which is a great attention to detail for the Moterm planner. Size-wise, they're the same actually, I guess. And what I do love about the Pression is that they have gold hardware, but gold hardware on the white, which is really, really pretty. And then up here we have the 30mm ring, and then I think this is a 25mm ring from the Pression. Not really sure. Either 25 or 30mm, but the 30mm for sure, it's in the Pocket Luxe version. So I'm going to talk about the insides now. So inside of the Moterm, we have the back pocket, which I could care less about, but it's useful, I guess, but I barely use it anyways. We have a zipper pocket, we have card slots, and then a secretarial pocket, which I love the secretarial pocket better than the slip pockets. They're more easy to access compared to the slip pockets. Then we have more card slots, and then we have a pen loop here. And then another secretarial flap. And then this is dirty MM rings. Of course, they have silver hardware only, but then you can switch these rings to a different color. But I don't really like that because it doesn't match with the hardware at all. This is like silver, silver, and silver. And then if it's like a different color, it's kind of one of my kind of thing. So that's what we have in this Moterm planner. So, and then the logo here. And for the print impression, configurations, and here we have like a secretarial pocket with a picture thing here and card holder too, and then we have slip pockets, which I could care less, but it is easy to access, but I don't really care for those. I like the slip pocket, I like the secretarial pocket better. And then we have another one right here, slip pocket, and then 4 card slots, which the card slots doesn't really you can't really put much in here. I have a clear acetate, and like you see here, this is the acetate ends here, and then it doesn't really go fully. And then we have a zipper. I love this configuration here, extra detail to the attention to detail. And then we have gold everywhere. I love this gold hardware. I love their print impression logo. Like, it's just so pretty, for sure, really, really pretty. And it has a back pocket. I do like this one because it does lay flat compared to my Moterm. Like, you can't, as you can see, it kind of flops up. It's because like they didn't use enough fabric for the pocket, whereas that's why I can't lay it flat. As you can see, this little wrinkle here is because the back flap is larger than the inside pocket, this part. So they should have made this a little bit longer, I think, but I'm not really sure how that works. But it doesn't lay flat. As you can see, I gotta push it down. Whereas the compression, it lays flat perfectly. I don't have to push it at all because there's enough fabric for the front to lay flat down, which is I really, really like. And one thing that I really like is the lining. It matches the planner, whereas the Moterm, it has the same brownish lining. And then what I like about print impression is their logos inside, so it does not affect the overall planner look, but that's just my preference. It doesn't ruin your planning or anything like that. The pen loop, I love it in here better than up here because it kind of ruins the look, I think, when it's up here for the Moterm one. And I do like that it's elastic, so you can fit whatever kind of pen thickness you want. I'll try to do a side by side if I can fit it into the frame. So here it is. I do like the more configurations, the pocket configuration on the Moterm compared to the pocket print impression. If only it does lay flat, as you can see, it kind of flops up sideways, but that's fine. Really not really a big deal for me. But yeah, so this is the Pocket Luxe and then the Pocket, which both planners can fit the Pocket Plus inserts and the Pocket -A7 inserts. I'll show you the other Moroccan clay and the lining. Inside the same thing, gold configurations, everything. But as you can see, the lining is also like a pinkish to match the Moroccan clay Gorgeous. I do really love how flat it lays. It's so pretty. And I forgot to mention that you can change the rings. As you can see, the screws here. I do really love the planner, but I wish they do switch the pocket configurations. And like as you can see here, you can't, like, there is a little bit indent, and I wish they do switch to the way they have it here. And then also like the strap does not show the button. Well, it's just my preference. And now we we had just the pocket A7 one, but you can of course fit Pocket Plus, but I think it will just go to the edge. I don't use Pocket Plus, I don't know. But it is the Pocket A7 is different in pocket configurations for the Moterm. So here we have the pocket. I did switch to gold. As you can see, the gold and the silver hardware is just like eh. But I do like the cream crack with the gold hardware. So we have a zipper here and then just a slip pocket. And then a slip pocket on this side and then some 4 business card holders. I did remove the pen pocket thing and then the Moterm badly. And then here once again, same thing. The problem is that I think this part here is not long enough, or the back is too much excess one, so you can't really lay it flat. As you can see, the wrinkles up here, whereas the Pression ones, it has enough length for it to go down perfectly. So that's the configuration of this. And then I have the A7 in the, I'm not sure what they call this, pockets one here, and like kind of slip pockets, I guess, 1, 2, and then we have the back pockets, which are also again slip pockets, and no pen loop or anything, and then it's no back pocket, which I really like this because I don't really use back pockets at all, like I stated earlier. Yeah, so that's the comparison. They are different in pocket configurations. Pretty much the same length, as you can see right here, pretty much. But yeah, I wouldn't say I prefer either or, but I do prefer